Hey guys, welcome to Neat Movie News. My name is Dean Thomas.
His name is Dean. We like Dean.
And the movie that's been getting an unbelievable amount of award sort of talk, recognition, the musical directed by Damien Chazelle of Whiplash, La La Land.
Here's to the ones who dream, foolish as they may seem.
Now, if you followed my channel at all for any amount of time, you may have heard me say the fact that I just do not like musicals. I have such a hard time getting into them. My suspension of disbelief is it's really hard for me to see characters suddenly break out into song, and yet I really, really like this movie. Now, the first 10 minutes or so was a little difficult because you jump right in, you're in this giant kind of musical dance number, and the first 10 minutes or so it's a lot of just different musical sort of things, a lot of different songs and dance numbers, and you don't really know the characters so much at that point. And actually, one of the things that, just from a filmmaking thing, that I found a little interesting was that a lot of the lyrics were very kind of quiet and the music was very loud. It was very hard to even understand what they were saying at all. So I actually thought that was just a little bit of a problem that they presented, and I was a little worried that would be the rest of the movie. But it only seemed to take place really in that first song or two. So once that was over, and once those first 10 minutes were over for me, and I kind of settled into the kind of the world that they were presenting within this movie, I really, really liked it. It's it's mainly because of the characters presented in this movie. Emma Stone is great as always. She's very much just that real girl that you can really empathize with, you can kind of relate to, you understand her, you know kind of people like her, and she is really, really good in it. And what also helps with her character is because she's worked with Ryan Gosling before, it's their chemistry that works so well. And I'm becoming a huge Ryan Gosling fan. He is so good in this movie. I mean, it's kind of unfair at this point. The guy can act. He looks as good as he does. He can now sing. He can dance, play piano. I mean, there's nothing this guy can't do. And it's his character that I really, really enjoyed throughout the movie. And because, well, and it is the chemistry between his character of Sebastian and Emma Stone's character of Mia, kind of this love story they get kind of tangled up in, and kind of how their relationship grows as both of them chase their dreams. Mia wants to be an actress, Sebastian wants to be a jazz musician, own his own club, that sort of thing. And this movie really is a homage to old Hollywood. The way it's shot, the kind of musical kind of cues and the style of it, the old sets. They even mention a lot of old Hollywood movies. So this is really a love letter to old Hollywood, very much so. But what I also liked is this movie was not afraid to poke fun at Hollywood, especially modern Hollywood and a lot of the tropes that go into the business today. So I really did appreciate that because this movie actually had a really good sense of humor. It's just a lot of fun. It's got a very fantastical feel to it. I mean, the way they present the movie with these very fantastical colors, these bright colors, it's very shiny, and it is really a fantasy movie with still that very much set in the real world. There's a couple things here and there that are obviously very, very fantastical, but they still work within the movie really well. And like I said, the performances are great, but this movie is going to get nominated for so many Oscars. Ryan Gosling will be nominated. Emma Stone will be nominated. Damien Chazelle will be nominated for Best Director. The movie as a whole will be nominated for Best Picture. I'm sure the costumes will get a nomination. I'm guaranteeing you that a couple songs, especially City of Stars, will be nominated.
City of stars, are you shining just for me?
There's so many things that go into this movie, the costume design, the cinematography, especially because, like I said, the way they use the colors, the way the movie is shot, the different sort of shot selections are all really beautiful. This movie really is a extremely well made movie, and I was a little worried coming into it that it would be, how do I rate this movie? Do I go based on the filmmaking aspects that I can really, really appreciate, or do I go just on whether or not I liked it? Because like I said, I don't like musicals. But the thing is, this movie is just so good, and use the music in the right way. The first couple, like I said, 10 or so minutes, it's a lot of music, it's a lot of that. But as the movie goes on, it really fits the movie, and they're not these big bombastic dance numbers or anything like that. And there's a lot of time between them, so you really get into the story and just following these characters like a traditional movie. So I didn't have to worry about putting aside the either the filmmaking aspects or just if I liked it or not, because overall I just like so many things in this movie. I'm going to give this a very high score for me because I think this is going to be a top 10 movie of the year for me, and I did not expect that because I had so much fun with it. I really liked all the characters. Like I said, it's from a filmmaking aspect, from the technical things like the lighting, the cinematography, the choreography for the dance numbers. It's all really, really, really well done. So I'm going to give La La Land a 95%. Did not expect to like this movie as much as I did. The only reason it's down those 5% is because of really those opening 10 minutes. It took me a while to get into the movie. You didn't really know the characters yet, but once you get into the heart of what this movie is, there's so much to like, so much to enjoy, so much to just kind of just be impressed by of how good of a filmmaker Damien Chazelle is. So I can't wait to see anything he does going forward. They just announced he's doing a moon landing movie with Ryan Gosling starring as Neil Armstrong. So I will definitely be seeing that opening night because this guy has killed both his first two movies in Whiplash and now La La Land. Well, there you guys have it. That is my review of La La Land. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at Neat Movie News for all latest in the world of movies. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you back here next time.